We are looking at the game Fell Seal by 6i Studios. Before we get started, I just want to say consider subscribing. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of summer, and with your help, I know we can do it. Back onto the video. Fell Seal is a tactical RPG reminiscent of games like Final Fantasy Tactics. Reminiscent isn't the correct phrase, it is an out-and-out love letter to Final Fantasy Tactics, from the job-based class system to the isometric combat and sprawling RPG storyline. I contend Fell Seal is better than Final Fantasy Tactics in almost every way. Maybe not in its writing or storyline, maybe not in its graphics, though I find Fell Seal's graphics quite endearing, but because of the gameplay and mechanics. Fell Seal took everything Final Fantasy Tactics did wrong and fixed it. They then took everything Final Fantasy Tactics did right and improved upon it. For the remainder of this video, I'm going to lay out why I absolutely love this game and why I think it's better than Final Fantasy Tactics. Reason number 1, the job system, skills, and character customization. In Final Fantasy Tactics, there were a lot of different jobs or classes you could choose from. Hundreds of different skills and abilities. But a lot of different abilities does not a good game make. Even though there was hundreds and hundreds of these abilities, most of these abilities were worthless. For example, the Dragoon had the jump ability, and the skills were jump +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6, +7. If I were a betting man, I would say most of the players just saved up all of their job points until they could get jump +7, and they ignored the rest. In Fell Seal, there are a lot of different classes to be sure, but each class only has 10 abilities. 7 abilities, 2 passive abilities, and 1 counter ability. And unlike jump 1 through 7, each of these skills are useful. Early game, late game, there doesn't feel like there's a lot of fall off. It just gives you more and more and more variety and options. As you learn these different skills, you get to mix and match the different skills from different classes. You have the equipped class that gets automatic access to all the learned skills from that class, all the passive abilities, and so on. But then you can also get all of the active abilities from one other class, 2 different passives from any different class, and a counter ability for when you get hit. Not only are the classes unique and interesting, they also determine how your character grows as they level up. Your character's health and mana does not change as you change classes, but rather as you level up inside those classes. Being a martial class will yield permanent health increases. Being a wizard will increase the amount of mana and the amount of magical damage you can dish out. If you want a character to be tanky, you need to focus them on martial classes only. If you want them to be very powerful spell wielders, you need to focus on arcane. Or you can take a jack-of-all-trade approach, having them dabble a little bit in this and a little bit in that. Something else I just absolutely love about the job and skill system in Fell Seal is, if you master a class by learning all 10 skills, which only takes about 5 to 6 combats, you permanently get a stat increase for the character. This is a cool dynamic that makes you feel like you're permanently growing and not just continually chasing the wheel of learning new skills. The job system, skills, and character customization is so good and fun that it feels like a fleshed out game unto itself. I often find myself looking forward to being able to finish combat and improve my characters. I may have spent more time, by choice, fiddling around with the party than I have in combat. I love the system that much. This brings us to our second reason, AI and combat. Long gone are the days of killing all but one unit and watching them run and cower in the corner while you sit there with all of your characters attacking one another, healing one another just to get experience and job points. In Fell Seal, the AI is so good that even on lower difficulties, it stands a threat. And the cool thing about this is, each type of unit you fight has a different type of AI. For example, the zombies are mindless, so they will just move close and attack the nearest enemy with zeal. Beasts use pack tactics and try to isolate a single character. And the humans act like actual humans. They'll focus fire your healers or casters. They will revive fallen comrades. They will use items. They move in intelligent patterns. They're just not the stupid AI. It feels like playing another human. The AI in Fell Seal is remarkable, and the combat feels so strategic because of it. Most combats only last 10 to 30 minutes at the most, but I have had the occasional battle that lasted nearly an hour as I played a battle of cat and mouse with the enemy, moving around the map trying to get a tactical advantage, slaying their healers just to have my healer be slain. At the end of the whole ordeal, I was amazed by how long I stayed engaged. 1 hour of strategic combat was amazing. And again, this isn't the norm, but there are these instances within the game because the AI is that good. The third reason why Fell Seal is so good is how it handles death and consequences. In Fell Seal, if a character dies, they simply fall unconscious and earn an injury. These injuries are harmless enough, temporarily lowering the stats and potency of the characters until the character skips a single battle. This is a rewarding dynamic because it makes losing characters a commonplace occurrence that you still want to avoid. If one of your favorite characters falls, it's sad because you must fight a battle without them. Felseal doesn't shy away from knocking out your characters. More battles than not, I am losing characters left and right. Some battles, I have even lost all but one of my characters. This made for an intense battle and made the next battle that much more difficult, as I had to try and balance this roster of injured characters. The fourth reason why I love Felseal is the items and crafting. You never have to buy a used item inside of Felseal, so you don't have to buy potions or phoenix ashes. That's the thing that raises characters from the dead. Every combat, you have a set amount of items. 2 potions, 1 phoenix ash, 2 remedies, and a rock. Once they are gone, you get more the next combat. If you don't use them, you still have them the next combat. In other words, you have an limited number of items to use. Each of the items are also very potent, making them desirable to have. This is a beautiful system that makes you not want to hoard your items. Rather, you're using them on a battle-to-battle instance. I love this. There's also a crafting system within Felseal that is very interesting. As you win battles and explore maps, you get access to different ingredients. Some of these are rare and some of these are common. Each of these ingredients can then be used to craft very powerful equipment like swords and shields that are substantially more powerful than those that you can find in stores. Or you can permanently level up your existing on-use items, so you can get more uses of potions, more uses of phoenix ashes, and make them more potent. Or you can unlock completely different items that you don't have access to be able to use in combat. The crafting system feels useful and greatly changes the power level of the entire party. You can also purchase equipment from stores. Gold in the game is extremely scarce though, so you always feel slightly under-equipped. This is a great feeling. You rarely have everything you want, and so there is a sense of progression as you gain gold and move forward in the game. Equipping a more powerful sword feels genuinely impactful. I can tell who in my party has the best equipment and who is wearing hand-me-downs. I love the fact that you can't just go and buy everything that you want to buy. Reason number 5 is the story. Now, the story is good enough. It doesn't have amazing writing, but I enjoy it well enough. What is really good is how they balance the story with the action. There's not too much dialogue, and it's not just long stretches of nothing but combat. They do a very good way of balancing this, which I love. I don't feel like I'm slogging through the text or only fighting battles. Felseal has reached a good balance. Reason number 6, graphics. There are 3 different graphic styles happening at one time. You have stylized painted backgrounds, pixel art for the characters, and this painterly effect for the portraits. It does work well, and it's actually very endearing. I like the art style, and it grows on you. It is well done, and there's a lot of attention to detail, so I love the graphics. Reason number 7, settings. There are difficulty settings so that you can change how easy or how hard a game is. You can also customize the settings to increase difficulty in just 1 or 2 aspects. So for example, if you want the enemies to level proportional to you, you can. If you want the enemies to have different stats, like increased stats, you can do that as well. You can also increase or decrease the game's speed so that combat can go a little faster or a little slower based on what you want. I love this, and I typically crank this up to double speed so that I can get through combat faster, even though it does make some of the animations look a little wonky. Reason number 8, no random battles. I absolutely hate random battles. If there's a red space, you're going to have a battle. Otherwise, you need to patrol the area if you want to fight. There are no random battles. There's almost no random battles in Felseal, and I love that. Reason number 9, chests and secrets. There are chests and secrets hidden throughout the world. Some are obvious, though hard to get to until later in the game. Others are hidden and require diligent searching eye to try and find. This makes it kind of a minigame in and of itself, and chests hold really powerful items, so it's worth your time to look for these things. It's fun, and it gives this completionistic aspect to the game. There are many more reasons why I like Felseal, but let me just end off on this last one. You can throw a rock. That's right, you have a rock in your inventory that you get to chuck. Love it. Love it. In conclusion, Felseal is a great game. I stayed up one night until 5 in the morning playing it because of how much I enjoyed it. I just wanted to fight one more battle, level up one more skill, progress the story, one more cutscene. It was awesome. If you like tactics games, you will love Felseal. Thanks for watching this video, and as always, thank you for your support and kindness. You guys are the best. and girls. You guys and girls are the best. Everyone, you're the best. I'm out of here. Consider watching some of these other videos. Bye.